D, wait for it, light bulb.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I watched the latest episode of Superman and Lois, and let me just say right now, I really enjoy this show like so much. It's so good. It's so good. I can't handle it. Um, I think everybody's doing a good job. I mean, like and I don't know like how much these writers like read comic books, but I think this show gets it. I think it really does. Because I think they just capture what Superman is all about. And I think they really understand this character and, like where he's coming from and just what he's all about and everything. I mean, like, I'm not gonna be upset if they change a couple things, but like for the most part, I think they understand, what Superman is really, what's really going on there. What's happening. And then I really like, I thought well, I like the Bizarro world, but I thought I wouldn't like it because it was just like a parallel dimension or whatever and everything. But no, I really, I think they're doing it a little bit different, but I like it. And I like the guy that plays Jonathan. He does a good job here, especially when he's like evil Jonathan, like he's Bizarro Jonathan. I like that a lot. I have to say though, all the teenagers, all the kids in this episode, even though they did a good job and I like understand, kind of annoying, a little bit annoying. And I'll get into it when I break it down. But like there was like a couple spots where I was like, "Are you kidding me right now with this nonsense?" I was like, "Dumb kids" and everything. All right, I'll get to this breakdown and everything, but before I do, and I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So now that I finished that nonsense, why don't we go ahead and take a sip of coffee because it's early for me, and then we'll get started on this breakdown. Delicious caffeine. I'm pumped. All right. So if you remember from last episode, it starts off where Jonathan, well, not last episode, but the episode before that, because last episode we were stuck in Bizarro World. We got to see what happened with Clark in Bizarro World. But in this one, this is from the previous episode, and Jonathan's on the farm and he's all like, they're like, "What are you here for?" And he's like, "I'm for him." And he's like, and then Jonathan's like, "Mom, what does he mean he's here? I'm here for him." And I'm all like, "Jonathan, don't be stupid, come on." So he goes over there and Jordan tries to stop him, but he gets blocked. He's all like, "Huh," and everything, and then he tries to combine with Jonathan, and I like how Lois, I didn't get a screenshot of, but Lois is like, it's like, "Jonathan," and then he's like, "Mom," and I'm all like, "Come on, Jonathan, like punch him in the face or something, come on." So they're joining, they're merging and everything, and then Superman flies in and he gives him a little 1-2, and then he, bad Jonathan, Bizarro Jonathan flies off. Ooh. Hey, Superman and regular Jonathan, man, this is gonna get a little difficult. He is laying there because he's not like dying, but he's a little injured. And then Superman's like, "Are you okay?" and everything. So they're inside the house, and he's all like, they're talking about how like Allie is now has the stone or whatever, and this one came through or whatnot. And he's talking about how like in the other world it was different. Their family was all messed up and everything. And he's all like, "Can you see what? Are you getting headaches? Can you see what he's seeing?" And he's like, it feels like brain freeze. And he's like, "That's how it starts." And he's like, "Soon he'll be," because they're like, "Where should we take him? We should take him to the fortress." And he's like, "Wherever you go, he'll be able to see where you are," kind of thing. Which me, I just go like, wouldn't you just close your eyes, be like, and just close your eyes, because like then they can't see. I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? Or when that happens, just go jump in the closet, because then he won't be able to see where you are. It's all dark. So anyway, so then she goes out to the Lois goes out to the porch and everything, and there's Jordan, and Jordan's sitting there, and he's furiously texting Sarah, like like a little simp. And I'm all like, Jordan, listen, she broke up with you. I understand things suck. It sucks when you break up with somebody. I know it sucks, or you get broken up with. But you can't be doing this. I'm so sorry. And he's like, if I could just tell my secret. And she's like, no, and everything. She's like, listen, Lois is like, listen, when stuff like this goes on and I need to think, I write myself a letter. He's like, are you serious? And she's like, listen, it helps, instead of, worrying about all this stuff, I'm concentrating on what I need to say and what I want to say. And she's like, it helps me. So, he gives her his phone, and then she gets busy writing a letter to Sarah. Yeah, I'm just like, don't tell, and that's the thing. They're all like, I want to tell my secret. I'm like, listen, Sarah, listen, she broke up with you, sucks, but she obviously couldn't understand. And she's, I understand she was going through some stuff, but she doesn't know what you're going through. And she's just assuming, and she's not like, mad at you for stuff. And I'm like, you don't know what's going on, Sarah. You don't know what's happening in people's lives. So then John Henry comes over, and they're talking about how to stop Allie, because she's got the other half and they've merged. And I have to be honest, if she just becomes another super powered person, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, she's just Superman, but she's Allie, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I like that. It's not that interesting. But we'll see. So then Jonathan gets a headache and everything, and he's seeing stuff, and he sees that Bizarro Jonathan is on Main Street in front of the diner. So Superman goes there, but he's Clark. And he runs into Lana, and she's like, oh my gosh, Clark, you're back from assignment. He's like, what? And she's like, yeah, Lois said you were on assignment and everything. How was it? And he's like, it was fine. She's like, just fine. You were gone for like a month. And he's like, what? And everything. And then he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like a little distracted. I got something I need to do. And she's like, huh, okay. She's like, okay, Clark, whatever. Okay. I got stuff to do too, Clark. Okay. She goes away, but she's upset that he didn't mention that she won mayor and everything. And I'm like, Lana, calm it down. Okay. Calm it down. So then when he looks, Jonathan's gone. And he didn't attack Jonathan right then and there because he didn't want to reveal his secret. So then back at the house, that's a good screenshot. I wonder why I got that. So he's talking about how he ran into Lana and he couldn't stop him because couldn't reveal his secret. And then I'm so sorry. It is early for me right now. As of recording this, by the time I post this, it won't be early. So then she tells him that Jonathan's girlfriend was the one selling the drugs. And he goes up there and he's all like, I thought we were all, because beforehand, sorry, he told Jonathan, he's like, no matter what, I know we've had our little spats right now and differences, but you're still my son. I still love you, and I will do anything I can to protect you. That's normal for a parent. But now he's all, chastising him over a girl that he lied about to save her neck or whatnot. And he's like, I thought we were good. And he's like, I lied to you guys, but you've lied to me for 14 years. And he's all like, they're like, that's different. I'm like, yeah, that's different. I'm like, well, he's thinking like a child because, teenagers are stupid. All children are just dumb. They're not very smart. But he's thinking like a child because, he's like, you didn't tell me you were Superman. And it's like, yeah, because you do not understand. If he told you were Superman and you told anybody, that could ruin everything. I'm like, come on. Like, everybody knows, not to give away your secret identity. And then so the John Henry and Natalie are working on something, but I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. I don't know what this little thing is. Maybe they said it and I don't remember what they said, but it's like this little, like, maybe it's like a containment field or something, or I don't know. You know what it kind of looks like? You can see it right here. Oh, the little arrow, this thing right there in the thing, and it'll show it later. Is kind of maybe like it's like a Phantom Zone projector. Ooh. So they're sitting there talking, and she's all like, if Allie is like the strongest person in her world, and then Jonathan merges, and then we get all these people coming over, then they'll be the stronger than Superman, and they're just trying to create an army of stronger than Superman people. Now, this is very derivative of season 1 with Tal Rowe. So if they keep doing this, like if they do this whole thing, I'm going to be a little annoyed. I'm not going to be happy with that. I'm not interested in that. And I hope they don't do it, because it just sounds I mean, you can do it once, you can do it twice, but 3 times is not a lady in this situation. So I say don't do it. So then he's like, he's like, don't worry about it, let's just build this thing. So then Lana and Sarah, she's getting ready to go over to her new mayoral office, and she's like, she's sitting here, she's like, Jordan was blowing up my phone last night, and now I text him back and it's crickets. She's like, listen, he's going through some stuff and everything too, and I understand it's hard. Just give it time, or whatever she says. But then she's like, yeah, I loaded up some boxes in your car to take over to your new office. She's like, why don't you take them over in your car? And she's like, are you serious? Thank you. Oh my God, it's my first car. It's a real piece of junk, but that's okay. I remember my first car. My first car was such a piece. Like it had like this big bazooka hole in the front of it, but it was a good car. It was a car. It was such a piece of junk that I would like staple pictures to the top of it, because I was like, I don't care. Anyways, so Jordan's sitting here writing his love letter, and Jonathan comes out and he's all like, can I read it? And he's like, sure. He's like, my dearest Sarah, I love you. You're a flower petal. And he's like, be serious. And then he's like reading. He's like, whoa. He's like, yeah, you really gonna tell her all this? And he's like, yeah. And I'm all like, oh, bad idea, Jordan, but you're 14 and stupid. So then back at the Cushing's house, where Bizarro Jonathan shows up, and she's like, hey, Jonathan. She's like, how did you get? He's like, I just landed. And she's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, do you like my new car? And he's like, yeah, I had like a Porsche fetish for a hot minute. And she's like, oh, whatever. And I can't remember what he says here, but she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go now. And she leaves. And then Bizarro Jonathan B goes into the Cushing's house, and she's all like, hi, Jonathan, what are you doing here? And yeah, he smashes her up against the bookshelf, and then he's all like, it's all like, dun, dun, dun. So then back at the mayoral office, I'm gonna stop saying that, the office. Lana, no, gosh, not Lana. There's too many L's. Lois shows up and she's like, is your mom here? And she's like, yeah, she's on her way. She's like, do you mind if I wait for her? And she's like, sure. And she's like, Jordan told me you guys broke up. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, we're going through some family problems. And she's like, I used to date a bunch of guys that my dad hated, but I only did it so it would make my dad mad. And she's all like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then she's like, Jonathan's just going through, everybody's going through something, so maybe you just need to calm it down, sister. And then she's all like, yeah, like what was going on with Jonathan? And she's all like, what? And she's like, yeah, he was at my house. And she's like, I gotta go. She's like, Clark, I think something happened to Lana and evil Jonathan. So then they're sitting here, and the boys come in, okay, and they are obnoxious in this part. This is the part where they are like super annoying. So Jonathan's all like, oh, keeping your secret again, because you had Bizarro Jonathan in your sights in the middle of the street, and you didn't take him out because you got to keep your secret, Dad. You're a liar. And Jordan's all like, Mom, you talked to Sarah? I'm like, you guys shut up. Nobody. And they're all like, you guys, this is not the time for this. I'm like, yeah, this is not the time for this, guys. You two are annoying and obnoxious right now. Like, and I was like, y'all, you want a little smack? You want a little smacky smack? And so she's all like, go, you need to find Lana. And so this is the thing they're building right here. You think this is the 5M45 device? Huh? Maybe it's a Phantom Zone projector. Pardon me. Maybe it's like a Phantom Zone projector. That'd be cool. But so they try to power it up and it shuts off the lights. And they're like, we need more power. And she's like, well, what can we use for power? He's like, same thing we use to power up my suit, which is the X kryptonite. And so then, pardon me. So then Lana wakes up. Oh, he puts the crystal around. He's like, it's time to come. And he's talking to his world, Bizarro world. And then Sarah shows up with some coffees and she's like, hey, have you seen my mom? And she's like, no, I thought she was coming with you. She's like, she had some other stuff to get. I'm gonna run home and check up on her. And then so they're sitting here. He's yelling. He's like, Mom, you talked to Sarah without telling me? You could have at least asked. And I'm all like, listen, you are a child. Your mother is an adult. She doesn't need to ask you anything. She doesn't need your permission for anything. I don't care if it's your ex-girlfriend or your new girlfriend or I don't know, whatever. She does not need your permission, honey boo. So you need to calm down because you'd be getting a little smack, a little smacky smack. But he's all like, I don't smack my children, by the way. Just don't call CPS. But he's being a little biatch. And she's all like, and then he hears something. He's like, somebody's here. So Sarah shows up and she's like, have you seen my mom? And she's like, she said she was worried about something. I can't remember. And he's like, Mom, and everything. She's like, I will reach out and see what I can find. And if I hear, as soon as I get word, I will notify you ASAP. She's like, I don't think there's anything to worry about. So Sarah goes to leave and Jonathan's all like, Sarah, can I talk? She's like, Jonathan, I can't talk to you right now. My mother could be missing and like abducted. And you're like wanting to talk about your feelings. Nobody cares about your feelings, Jordan. Nobody cares. He's like, I wrote this letter for you. It's all my stuff, all my feelings written down in a letter. It's everything that I want to say to you. And she's like, I don't want your letter, Jordan. And she leaves. She's like, Jordan, I'm really sorry. And he's like, your letter didn't work, Mom. You suck. And he like leaves. He didn't say it like that, but might as well have. He's such a baby, such a like a total like loser. Anyways, so back at the caves, Natalie and John Henry are going to get some X kryptonite, and they see the portal, and she's like, man, she's all like, she describes it in the negative zone, and she's like, oh, that's like what I was in before I came to this planet. Which I'm assuming that's how they're, obviously they're traveling from place to place and everything. I'm just curious to see exactly what they do / how they do it or whatever. And I'm curious as to, I think maybe when Natalie, when she came through, she opened up the portal to the Bizarro world. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that's a possibility. So then they're sitting here. And then Bizarro Jonathan is setting up a bomb, which I'm like, oh, of course it is, and everything. He said, and I was like, there's kryptonite there. He's setting up some stuff. I'm like, this is a trap. It's a trap. And she's all like, Jonathan, you don't need to do this. You're a good boy. The X kryptonite really did a number on you. And he's like, I'm not Jonathan. All right. And those aren't my parents. They just look like them. And I liked this part because I thought that the actor did a good job playing like a villain. Like he wasn't like all sinistery, but he was very much like, don't mess with me kind of thing. So then he's all like, I don't remember what he says there, but then, so they're sitting here and what did they say here? Oh, she's like, I lied to Sarah and it felt bad about it. So Jonathan gets, a vision. And he sees like hooks and like blood covered, moccasins and shiz. And so they're like, that sounds like the old butcher factory or some crap like that. So then Superman flies there. I really like Superman right here. He looks good flying in there with his little beautiful locks of hair. So Bizarro Jonathan's sitting there waiting for him. And he comes in, he like blasts, he's like to the door and everything. And then he's all like, I knew you'd come. You're so predictable, Daddy. And he's all like, time to blow stuff up. And so he does his fire breath and he blows up the thing. Well, of course, Superman gets in the way but there's a bunch of shards of kryptonite in it. And they hit him like bullets and everything. And then he's just sitting there and he's like, and everything. And And he's all like, you don't have to do this. And he's like, don't worry, it'll be all over. And then he stabs him in the chest with a big shard of kryptonite. And I'm all like, oh, I'm like, I think he would be dead. But you know, whatever. He's Superman. And so they're sitting there, they're sawing off some X kryptonite. And somebody comes through the portal. And it's Lana from Bizarro World. It's Bizarro Lana. She's all, you know, messed up and everything. And so they're sitting there and they're like, oh no, run. And then she does her little zoomy thing and she bashes them and they hit the wall and everything. And she's all like, you know, not feeling so great because of the new sun. So she's like, obviously I'm weaker. And so then he's like, Bizarro Jonathan shows up. He's like, I'm the only one that can stop him, Mom. So he goes out there and he's like, I'm not gonna let you hurt my brother. And they start fighting. Or more like Jordan starts getting his butt kicked. So then he's sitting here. And he's like, you need to take out the kryptonite and everything. So he's like, and you need to hurry. Because at that point in time, Lois is all like, Clark. And I'm like, you know, you depend on Clark an awful lot. So then she's all like, move or die, or you die. And he's got this little ray gun. But what this ray gun it does is it uses the red sunlight because he doesn't realize that the red sun powers the Bizarro World super people. And it because he was using it to stop Superman, you know, like from his world. So he shoots her, but it heals her. So when these two are fighting, he's winning. And then he's all like, it's go time, mommy. And then she finally she does get the kryptonite out in a minute. But then he gets like bashed up against the wall and she's about to step on his head and crush it. She's like, you should have moved, little man. She's going to fire breath him. And then Natalie comes up and stabs her with the X kryptonite. And she's like, and everything. And then she's like, I'm going to come back and kill you guys. And so she runs. Oh, no. She's like, I'll be back for you both and everything. My line was better. I'm going to come back and kill you guys. And so these two are fighting. And then she takes out the shard and he's flying. But Jonathan's Jordan's all like, he stops his fist and he's all like, it's go time. And so he punches him in the air and he's flying and everything. He's punchies. And then he realizes he's flying and then he just starts falling. This part made me laugh out loud because he's all like, and everything like, and I'm like, that's funny. And Superman comes in, saves both of them. And he's like, this is for my brother, and punches him one last time. And he's like, yeah, I did this. I'm awesome. So then Superman takes Lana back home. And he's all like, he's like, thanks, Lana, for saving me. And he's like, that's the second time you've saved me. She's like, you saved me. And then she's all like, do you want to come in for some coffee, Superman? I'm like, is Lana Lang trying to bang Superman? I mean, I get it. I mean, like, he's a very attractive man. She's hot too. Yeah, she's very hot. But I'm all like, Lana, you're still a married woman. Wait until the divorce goes through and everything. And he's like, thanks, I gotta go and everything. I like the shot too. Then back at the shop, she's all like, we need to close the portal. And he's like, yeah. He's like, we'll worry about it. And then he gets an idea and everything. And she's like, he's like, listen, I got to make some calls. And she's like, Dad, no, I got an idea for closing the portal. And he's like, listen, I got this. Now, listen, first off, he should never just be like, sit down, honey, kind of thing. But at the same time, I go, she's gonna do something stupid. That's why I'm saying kids are stupid. So then she gets the AI going and she's like, I found a power source. And the power source is the portal. And I'm all like, Natalie, you're gonna close that portal and they're gonna need it open for a hot minute. You're so dumb and everything. I can see something happening, but it's fine. So then they're sitting here and they're like, and she's all like, listen, she's like, here's your letter. And they're like, he's like, read it. And so she reads it and she's like, you were going to tell your secret. She's like, Jordan, she's like, you can't tell people your secret. You just can't. And I'm like, your mom's right. Man, kids are so dumb. But she's just right. But they're doing, listen, this is the thing. This is another thing I like about the show. This is indicative of real life. Like if you were a superpowered teenager, you'd want to tell people. I get that. But the adults are correct. The adults in the room are correct. So then he comes in and he's like, I took Lana home. And he's like, yeah, but you kept your secret still. And he's like, yeah, I did. But he's like, I came home because I was going to tell you guys, I think I should tell Lana my secret. And she's like, Clark, that's a dumb idea. And I'm like, yeah, Clark, that's a dumb idea, but whatever, just do your thing. And I can't remember exactly, but he goes in and Lana's driving and he's in the middle of the road like a crazy person. She's like, honey, I'm sorry. I lost track of the time and the day got away from me. But tomorrow's a new day or some crap like that. And she's like, okay, mom. She's like, I gotta call you back. And so Clark's in the middle of the road. She's like, Clark, what are you doing? I'm sorry about that. Sorry. She's like, Clark, what are you doing? Oh, I got a notice. It's Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. Oh, today's the 4th, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Anyways, so he's like, I want to tell you something, Lana. And he's all like, she's like, I had a really rough day. He's like, I know, Lana, I was there. I was with you the whole time. And I can't remember exactly what he says, but then he just takes off his glasses and he starts floating. And she's all like, oh, you're Superman. And I'm all like, you couldn't see it. Look. Okay. Glasses, no glasses. Glasses, no glasses. Glasses, no glasses. Lana, you're like dumb. Most people, they've never explained the glasses thing with Superman, but I get it. How do you, they did in the comic books for like a hot minute. They said his glasses, they have kryptonite, the Krypton crystals, and the glass part is made of kryptonite crystals. So when he wears the glasses, you don't see Superman. Like yeah, they retcon that because it's bad. He's floating and then he does his little breath and he turns the tree into sickles and everything. And then it ends right there. So this episode was really good, in my opinion. I thought it was really good. It was fun. I liked it a lot. I just liked it and I liked everything about it. And I just, like I said, the writers on this show, I feel like they get it. They understand Superman, the character. They understand, like, the Krypton part of Superman is cool, but that's not the part that is Superman. The part that's Superman is his part here on Earth, with his, good American values, those apple pie and baseball kind of values. I know it's very, in fashion to hate on America and everything right now, but that's the thing about Superman. He's just great. It's just great. I know they took away truth, justice, and the American way, but that's what Superman is about. Those good old fashioned American values. And because he's from Kansas, all that stuff. So, all right, you guys, that is my breakdown and review of this episode. I thought it was very good. I can't wait till the next episode next week and everything. I think it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see Allie, what she looks like now. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna look like she does in the comic books with that purple skin, but maybe. I hope so. But if not, that's fine. All right, you guys. So tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Who's your favorite character? Are you like me and you thought all the kids in this episode were all stupid, except for Sarah? Sarah wasn't being stupid. But anyways, tell me what you think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next breakdown and review of Superman and Lois next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.